and we are live in the flesh.
Okay, we are live. Uh, Del Pesh, is you ready?
Gotta be ready, man. I'm ready.
Um, Jay Hunterville, are you ready? Oh yeah, I am ready.
With this cushion third person.
I don't know. Okay. In a world where there is a new variant, new variant, there is new
New variant.
variant. This is
Hey,
the vent. I'm your host, Jay Hunterville. We got Delpesh here,
yo, what's going
and
on?
Nerd Z will be meeting us with us soon. And we're still dealing with the effects of the snow right now. Snow just came back. How are you doing? How did you survive today with the snow? Did you went outside today? Did you know?
I'm not gonna lie. I looked outside and I'm just like, nah, not for me. Y'all can shovel that on your own.
Okay.
I will enjoy the comfort of the warmness inside the house and not deal with the frigidness. It's ridiculous. I didn't think it would snow that much. It ended up looking like 2.5 centimeters or something like that. So
Yeah,
and watch it be gone by Wednesday. This you see, yo.
I gotta get new tires tomorrow. I spun out twice this morning.
Oh shit! Wow.
I spun out twice. Like for me, it was funny because like when I went outside to like start moving snow, it's like I forgot like the whole effects of how to like. I like shoveling snow, but my body wasn't used to like using my snow brush, and you
Oh
know what I mean. Just the whole the kinetics or whatever
mhm.
the muscle memory. I was like, what the, and then just brush it off snow. It wasn't like packing snow, which is good. Like
If it was packing, man.
that's why
Nah,
I'm like,
man.
I don't know if I'm gonna go anywhere. But this time I was good. I was driving. Um, it was yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was rough in the morning because I was spitting out because it's fresh snow and my car is kind of light. I have to put back some tools in my car, give it some weight,
Give us
you
some.
know,
Oh, just so it doesn't like.
skid out and whatever back end spins out and all that stuff. But other
You
than that,
you carry that. Some people carry that emergency bag of sand. So when they do spin out, they throw it on the ground and then they.
I don't know about that. I know there's people have bag of sands in their car to like have the weight bring the car down. But my
Oh,
tools are heavy enough. It's
you have
not like
to.
bag of sand heavy, but it's heavy enough to like do something.
Oh, okay.
Thank God for all-wheel drive. That's one
Yeah,
thing I'll say. I have
yeah,
all-wheel drive, so I never got stuck in any type of snow.
yeah. The
Mm.
Jeep I have isn't. Nah, man.
I'm just running through it. Like
What
as soon as I hit my pedal on that, it's over. It's
once you
just
do
like,
the four? Oh no, no. It's a button press for me. It's a button press. Once you do four, it's like.
oh yeah. Jeeps have the 2 to 4. Yeah. Mine is
So
just straight 4 all the time.
straight four. Okay.
Yeah, so I just press it and then I don't press anything. It just, you know, right to the, we ain't dealing with no stuck wear.
Yeah.
No way. I remember back in the day, that was rough when it was snowstorms and whatever. And you had the 2-wheel drive and or the rear wheel drive. Two
Mhm.
is spinning off, come back, trying to
Yeah.
find your way out. Some people are running towards you with your snow with a shovel trying to help you snow. Like, man,
Like, watch out for you get hit. Like, they're gonna run
trust me.
into. Like,
So whoever's driving, whoever's taking the bus, TTC, wherever you gotta go, make sure to add some time on your destination because you know everybody's getting their groove back of dealing with the tundra. Maybe it was a pump fake, we don't know, because next snow doesn't snow anymore. Snow ain't be snowing or something because this is just the temperature we deal with. Tomorrow might be hot, who knows.
oh, knowing this place, like, yeah. Yo, hold on. before the COVID segment though, you heard how BC had the floods and everything, right? So
Yeah.
some people were going across the border to get gas because like it's like, hey, my gas station is clearly not functional, so can I have someone to go across the border, right?
Hmm.
Yo, I think one woman got fined like 5,000 or 7,500. 7,500, yo.
Driving over to cross the border.
Yeah, she didn't. I can't. I have to read the article again. I don't know if she made it over and came back and it was a problem, or she was on the way to what would be Washington. That was a problem. I think she was on. No, I think she was on the way to it, and they're telling her like, nah, you either have to pay this fee or like you got to go back. Like it's
Well,
like
she probably came with like gallons. Did she come back with gallons or something?
I don't know, man. They tell her Guan, so you can't come here. And she's like apparently they weren't aware of the when we did the last Sunday's episode. We were saying like you now have 72 hours to go in between the states and the US as long as you're vaccinated. There shouldn't be a problem, but they didn't get the message, so she got hit with a fine, yo.
But that's the thing. That's how, certain places are. Like, we can be good over here, but the airlines have to go by whatever they say.
Mm-hmm.
Dalpesh, Z said to message, sent a
Oh,
call.
sent the call.
So, yeah. So the thing. Oh, I guess you wanna. What do you wanna? We'll wait. We'll wait till
Oh,
Z touches
we can
them.
do.
Yeah. So,
But no, it wasn't an airline thing. It was ground travel.
no, but that's the thing. Like, maybe they still have a certain protocol they're going by.
Oh, like
You know what
they're
I
following
mean?
the
Their own laws, right?
clearly.
Because maybe Ontario to New York may be different. Because we're like that travel thing, the 72 hours. I don't think it's in BC yet. I think it's
Oh,
only.
wait,
Pardon me.
it's only
I
for
think it's only
Ontario.
here. I think it's only for Ontario.
Oh,
Hello, beautiful people.
Oh, look who it
hey,
is. We got Nerdsy in the building with the
Hey.
holy shawl.
the
Oh,
holy shawl. Wow.
Say,
ready.
how is it out there, man? Because I know Timmins is probably just
It's
Yeah.
cold.
a winter wonderland right now.
It is. It's snowing, so I don't know if I sent a few pictures of how it looks, but it's so beautiful out here with the snow. But it is cold, but it's not cold like Toronto cold. I heard you guys got a little bit of snow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got a little
Yeah,
bit snow.
got a
Today
little
was the
bit.
snow.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not like Toronto cold where it's wet. Wet cold really gets to your bones. Out here, you can survive a little bit. It's just
A little bit.
yeah, you could move around. You could do whatever, but just bundle up. As long as you're moving out here, you're fine. You're actually toasty. Versus if Toronto, it's like you move and you're still cold. It's so good.
Yeah, that wind chill's no joke.
Ugh.
It's probably that. Like right now, it's like it was snowing. Like, you know what I think it was? It was like last night. It was snowing and like no sunlight, no nothing. So it was kind of packing or whatever. But as the day went by, it was kind of like it's snowing, but it's touching the ground and melting already. So at least if if you shovel the one time, it like
yes, you're
it
fine.
snows, you're blessed.
Yes.
So that's what's going on right now over here. But the thing about it is now it's like I think a lot of people are shoveling because now I guess what was it, the whole lawsuit now? Like it's easier to get a lawsuit if someone slips and falls. Yeah.
They want to get ahead of themselves. Okay.
But see, and that's you know what? Oh, and what's so crazy? If you go to a lot of neighborhoods that have like houses that are over 700,000 in worth, they don't have sidewalks. Take that in.
That is true. That is true. I drove past a couple of them this weekend. No sidewalk thing.
They don't have sidewalks.
They do not have sidewalks.
So it's street to grass.
No,
it is
street into their driveway, but their driveway is like a path in itself. A small little path, but I mean, one day we'll have all that money to do that as well. One day.
Put it in there.
Yeah. I always wondered like those areas, like let's see, if if you're the black person that lives in that area, right? And you decide to have like a barbecue and you're like, oh, just park on the side of the street. I can only imagine the neighbors that'll be
Oh.
filing complaints. It's like neighborhood town meeting. You know what I mean?
But how
They're not
would they
gonna
know?
understand.
You might be having your own town meeting at your place.
That's the thing.
That,
Too much
let's see. Too
people in
much.
one area.
Too much.
Too much
Reese's Pieces people.
melanin. Yes, melanin
There's
in
too
one
much.
area can be quite
Amazing.
intimidating.
Too
Oh,
much.
Some people.
Too much Mars bars.
Too much
Too much
I
Twix.
have a dream speeches in one area, you know. It might cause a little tension.
Too much patties. Okay, I mean I went too far. But anyways,
Right. Too much bow, gunshot, pull up, and
wow, that is
one
not
hair.
associated with us. Stop.
I mean, whatever.
That is not associated with us.
So
We are not the ones who create the highest levels of that. So
I mean,
that stereotype off of us.
let's be real. So, let's say it's a pivotal part of how we grew up. Okay.
oh,
It's a pivotal part of our lifestyles of, let's just say, come on now. Like, anyway. But
This is coming from the man who lived in suburbs. Come on now.
Hold on.
Whoa.
I'm out. Not most of my life. And tell you the truth, this place can't really be considered a suburb yet. Like, it's starting to like change.
Oh,
It is starting to change.
When you started, it was in undevelopment and then became suburbia. So
when I came here, first off, let me tell you something. When I came here, it was developing. Okay, it wasn't suburbia. It was still developing. I don't even believe it's a suburb. Okay, I'm still struggling over here. Thanks. Thank you very much.
you just struggle everywhere, man. You gotta.
I mean, like it's not that like you got to think it's not that suburban when the insurance rates are like the highest in North America. Like there's some, illegal things going on.
Occupancy housing over there. That's what happens.
Yes, a whole bunch of nonsense. Exactly.
Yes, 20
that
man living in a 4-bedroom home. Yes.
That is not a suburb. That happens. That is not. There's a bunch of illegal activity there.
Oh,
if it was you know what I mean? But hey, that's neither here or there.
Some of the
shout Airbnb for co-signing that type of thing. Anyway, before they banned me from every Airbnb in the world because I said that. My apologies. Apologies, Airbnb.
No, you're good. Their money is too long. It's too long at this point.
That's not an Airbnb.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Z? Like it's
it is not. It's one, statistically, and two, has been written many times over as a certain cultural group that will do that.
But at the same time, that culture group is on the rise. Like it's weird. It's such a. They're up there. Like they have their business. It's like.
But it's the limitations or the law where it says you can only have so many people living within one form of housing because of safety reasons. They are extending that. So.
But that makes me wonder this question. Do you have can you really be successful doing everything the right way?
Yes, man.
Yes, because
I hear this question.
No, I get it. No, because you hear that type of situation where people are, in order to make my first real estate, I gotta flip bricks and you know what I mean, or you know what I mean. If you hear this whole situation, it's oh, you have 20 people living in a house, but at the same time, they probably have some property going, and then they said, you know what, let's just do this until let's swallow our pride, and So I'm wondering, is it okay? Is it going illegal or actually swallowing your pride and being very humble towards having a crazy humble beginning, like mac and cheese for 3 years?
Mac and cheese.
Or
You might want to say Kraft dinner because Kraft dinner.
I roll it.
Kraft dinner is
but
really.
that's what the reason why I say mac and cheese, because Kraft dinner is still considered name brand. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I
let's
think-
go.
If you say so, if you say mac and cheese, it could be great value mac and cheese.
Right?
No
It could
name
be-
mac and cheese.
Could be, yeah. No name, yeah.
Either no name mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Not everybody's buying, some people
Name
some
brand.
people see, yeah, right. And some people see mac and cheese as a like, oh, how unfortunate. Mac and cheese and hot dogs.
You know what? No, you made a point though. You did make a point. Because you know what? Some people may look at mac and cheese and be like, oh my God, that's a luxury right there. I cannot
The
even
white cheddar?
afford that, But then somebody else would be looking at that person who's getting mac and cheese and the Kraft dinner, and they'd be like, oh, you poor soul, you're not having good food. Ooh.
Right.
Ooh.
Like
Depends
even the
on-
ramen noodles. People look at ramen and be like, what the,
That's all you have?
why would you eat this? This is not even real ramen. And it's like, okay, so
I feel like, to your first question, yes, people can become successful and financially independent without breaking the law. Do I think that they can do it without having to sacrifice certain conveniences? Yes, I do believe that too.
And that's the key part. Do they sacrifice
Yes.
the key things?
Yes.
at the same time, it's really what you're sacrificing at the same
The
time.
answer is they don't sacrifice.
Yeah, like a lot of people
They
that
don't.
really want to change, it's like, yo, okay, you want to change this? Are you willing to save money by, instead of having one Netflix to yourself, splitting with like 4 or 5 people
That's what I'm
for that
saying.
same Netflix?
Right?
You know what I
Or
mean?
not
And
even having the Netflix in the first place and just go read a book and go to the
read a
library.
book, right?
Z, read
know
a
what I mean?
book. This
Like-
is 2022. I don't read
Like-
books.
Well, what do you
Yeah, I
need the
don't-
Kindle for? You can't even afford it. Go read a book. Crack it
Listen,
open.
Listen,
Crack it
shout out,
open.
Pages.
shout out to Cloud Library podcasts and audiobooks. That's the one thing I've been doing a lot. Like, I've not time to read. I'm not gonna.
Wait, I heard that that book smell every time you open it. I heard that's like made out of like mashed up horses. I don't know where. I don't know where exactly I heard that rumor, but like they may be
Sir.
onto something.
Sir,
Like
sir. I do not know where that's coming from, but I
Like
don't think.
like the paper parts, the trees, obviously, right? But like the glue, whatever that glue thing they use to hold it together, that's like dead horses apparently. So
Dead horses. Well,
let me look
I
this up.
am
Not that was
I am-
sap, but
I
Let me look
am
this up.
unaware of this thing, and I can't agree with you. But at the same time,
Horse
I
glue
just-
for books.
I don't
Let me
I don't know
see.
anything. I don't know anything about that. But that
wait,
kinda threw me,
hold
that kind
on.
of threw me off. But
So
yeah,
keep-
I don't read as much, but I think I need to read more. I do. I need to read more. I need to get my comprehension skills up. What if I have to read from like what do they call?
A contract.
Not even, yeah, a contract, or if we're on TV and we have to read from the
Or teleprompter.
teleprompter. Can you imagine if it was a struggle if it was reading on the Welcome to the van.
I've been there. Ooh. Just watching it. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
like
See, okay, like watch. Just to finish up,
Mm-hmm.
just to finish up the small part.
Yeah.
People ask on Google, is it legal to make glue from horses? So somebody's been doing it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, but that's the thing. Like Google, yo, listen,
Someone's been doing it. So
I've been using Google for everything now. Like I'm like that, there's a lot of people that say, what do they say? Like
it's a
I
Babylon
have
thing.
my
Sorry.
degree, my degree in YouTube and Google University for learning everything you need to learn. Bro, I've been, what's it called? Googling everything I ate. Benefits of ginger, benefits of beet juice.
I'm not gonna lie, I do that too.
But what's more annoying though is like everyone says they may prevent cancer or something like that. I'm like, man, everything?
It's funny, everything may cause cancer, but may prevent it.
Right.
There's no.
The excess, man. That's what it is. Have your stuff in quantities. Mm-mm.
what is the benefits of ginseng? Oh, that's nice. I'll give my girl some. But anyways,
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. It's like ginseng. I was hearing about another thing. I seen it in a convenience store. Like they started selling it. You know, you have like
please,
those,
please don't tell me you took the pill. The gas
no.
station pill. Oh, okay.
First off, no. But I've seen something called
Just check.
Royal Honey. You ever heard of this?
Royal
It's
honey.
not honey.
Apparently Royal Honey. And I researched this and I heard Royal Honey is like the sea moss of honey. Like the sea moss that like I heard it works for both people.
It sounds like work,
And
but
yeah, it sounds like you're gonna, you know,
You said this as a gas station.
I seen this at a gas station. I didn't
that's
buy it,
problematic.
That's the
but that's the
problem.
thing. When I did my
Right?
research, it's an actual thing. It's an
And-
actual thing. Like you go buy, it's expensive. Obviously,
just-
these, you know, any type of sexual enhancement or enhancement things is expensive.
I just
But
feel
like,
it's mutation from all the gasoline fumes that has been surrounding it. But you know,
Wow.
well, I don't know, but whatever it
Wow.
was, I was like, this is interesting.
yeah.
Like it said it had loaded with vitamins, and it's like, I don't know, they call it Royal Honey.
It
And
comes
I
in.
heard
It comes in like a shot, like a.
Yeah,
no,
like
like it's a
pill.
like the one that I seen at the gas station. It was like a bar.
Oh.
It wasn't even like a pill. It was like a bar, and it was like wrapped. And it just. But when I googled it, they had it in jars. Like obviously, if you go to like Healthy Planet or
Okay.
like one of them places, they have it in jars, and you know, one scoop, and it's closing time. You know what I mean? So I would
Oh,
assume
that whole room will get messed up.
I would assume so. I would assume so.
I can't
You
wait.
know what I mean?
Can't wait.
I would assume so. So, like it's like even these other things. Like I remember 14 when I was working back in the day, and like when you go into the organic section, you see the things that people are yamming, like Manuka honey, horny goat weed.
That's a whole. I still haven't touched that one yet. I don't think I've touched that one. Horny goat weed. I think that's not really. I think I'm good with my maca. I think I'm.
Yeah, maca root, sea moss, and all that stuff. I've been having sea moss, like and chai seeds, and what's this other one? This green thing,
I gotta add that.
chlorophyll.
Yo, I tried that too. It's expensive though. It's basically they grind they take all the greens and everything they grind it, and then they grind it. They probably grind it or boil it, and then that dark green, the pigment, they capture all of it. So
Yeah, I don't know much about that. I seen it,
it's expensive though.
and what is it I got? What is it? We have a juicer now, so I've been doing like a juice thing.
Ooh.
Oh, yo,
It's over.
first thing, guys, I'm gonna say off rip. Ginger is not something to play with. Like,
No.
keep in mind, ginger. Like, I did
This
not
is all you
know.
need.
Yeah, you don't need that much. Like,
need it.
you know when you're just like you start using it, and you're just like it's like the air fryer. Like your first time using it, like you're going to town. Like, like when I say going to town, at first I messed up because I didn't know where the juice was going. Like I'm going to town.
Oh.
And I'm like, where? This is the trash, but where's the juice? And then I look at the counter, it's just celery juice because I started with celery. I said, oh.
Gotta watch for that. Yeah.
And then like,
Because a juicer man now.
I'm a juicer man, but now I gotta buy more stuff because I gotta figure out like what fruits and veggies to buy to juice. Like I want to figure out the mixes. Like I might have to shout out to Styles P. What is it? Styles P and Jadakiss. They have their own juice bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I might have to go look and see like what these guys are juicing out here, and
recipes.
But yeah, and even now I heard there's another tip. You see how people just first time doing it, it's like, oh, I have an idea to tell you. Like when people go on like they know shit and they just started. I was told healthy fact trick tip or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, that's
when
okay.
Like
new segment.
When you put your juicer in and you have the trash side, instead of making it just drop into the plastic trash thing, put a plastic bag in that area so it all drops in the plastic bag for easy cleanup.
That's a good advice, actually. That's very good advice.
So you know,
Which kind of juicer did you get? Did you get
I,
the
Yo,
I don't even know what it's called, bro. I don't even know. I've seen it in the house, and I said,
Wait.
okay.
Does it have a like sharp edge to it and it goes zzz, or is it like a crushing noise?
So it's a spinning one,
Right.
and like you push it down, and it's like this. It's like there's a bottom part, and then the sides are like this.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So it just spins like like some sitting is going on in there. So
Yes.
listen, it was fun though. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun pressing out the juices.
There's something therapeutic about it. I don't know what it is, but like I'm just like,
I just wonder if I'm missing out on anything like with the rubbish. I'm like, I guess if it's juice, you don't really need it.
Would it be
I mean, it's more so if you were trying to do compost, then it's really great if you wanted to build a garden.
Yeah.
You would then use that and then replenish and really like have your harvest.
Because you can fix because if your soil is mush up, you can
Just
fix it
fling it on there.
because the nutrients are still in the shavings. So just revitalize the soil, and then people be stealing your weed in no time. But anyways,
but you know, you'd be surprised. Like even what chip bag they said it's biodegradable, it just breaks down. Oh, sun chip bags.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And shout out to McDonald's. They started paper straws apparently. Well, I can't remember say apparently. I went there yesterday. But yeah, like I was talking about juices now. But yeah. What was I gonna say? So
I like jumped in. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's all good. It's all good.
So you're saying a juicing life is now gonna be you're gonna be on TikTok just juicing, just
TikTok juicing.
No.
Yeah, but that's good though. That's good.
Yeah. So what was winter. We talked about winter. Oh, the new variant. We're talking about the new variant.
The Omni-Micron.
Omni-Micron.
Why does it sound like a whole like new version from Transformers? Like
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I see Omni-Micron, I thought of Invincible.
You know what, Z? That actually is a Transformer. Hold on, I'm gonna get a picture.
Is it a Transformer Omni-Micron?
It actually is one. Hold on, which is weird.
I thought of Omni-Man from Invincible.
Hold on.
That's what I thought. Because you remember Omni-Man? Do you guys watch Invincible? That first episode when the man said, you know what? Let me just touch road and mash everything up. And basically, you know what? I thought about it because you got to open your third eye. Wait, hold on. Let's start this. Let's do my. Where's my background image for my open the third eye?
No,
wait, see, I got excited. There is no Omnicron Transformer yet.
You know what? It really, like the name itself, I want to know why they chose that name, because Omni or Omni, is it Omni or Omni?
Omni
So
one, like that Omni.
Like all knowing, all being, all whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then Crone, isn't Crone death?
Oh, Cron.
I swear that means death.
Hold on, what does Cron mean? Hold on.
I don't even know what that means.
Like in Latin or something.
You're asking the wrong guy about any of this. I don't know anything about it, but I'll say this. The first thing that came to my mind when you got to open your third eye, in the show Invincible, there were 7. I think there was 7 heroes.
Yes, 7. Yeah.
That got dealt with, and the federal government, Ontario, that are banning 7 countries, visitors from 7 countries in Southern Africa due to this Omnicron. You know what I mean? So, if you guys look at the formalities of these things that's happening in this peculiar situation, this COVID-19 variant is expeditiously affecting the world that we live in exponentially. Okay. Yo, I feel like I run out of breath when I'm trying to say these big old words, but anyway. But yeah, so basically another variant's out here. I don't know how the effect is when it comes to the vaccine.
They said that it's like they're not sure yet.
I'm not
But
sure.
yeah, like what was it? Oh gosh, because I actually watched the whole segment this time of when they
The
have
keyword.
politicians talking.
This
Yeah,
time.
this time. Because usually I watch the snippets and sometimes I get halfway and I'm just like, but this is bullets. Like, I'm like, I'm done. But this time I actually went until the questioning period at the very end. And they were asking some crazy questions. Shout out to our news people who really be trying to get the truth, because they were delivering these questions that they had to be like, as our previous person and our spokesperson had said, they
as the other nurse said, we as a they will bob and weave as much as they can until, you know what I mean? They'll bob and weave the whole day. They'll bob and weave all day. That's what some people do. We understand your concern, but at the same time, as a community, we got to work together to deal with the situation. Okay, how? You understand? You guys want to know how?
Right? We already have stipulated our 5-course, 5-step procedure as to how we will be dealing with it, as previously stated by.
We strongly suggest that we ask for your patience at this time as we seek knowledge and attention to this thing. Your call really means a lot to us. Please stand on the. I'm joking.
Yo, that is.
But no, that's really it. That's really it. That is dead.
They're saying one case in Ottawa so far.
Of the Omni-Micron?
Yeah, and that was 2 hours ago.
So one of the questions that were posed in the actual, I guess, information seminar, that's what we would call it. One of the persons said so we were restricting travel from all these countries. However, what have we done to recognize that our own persons who have recently traveled within the past 2 weeks are not infected, and that there's a delay in it being expressed, or the expression of this new variant within country within Canada hasn't already entered our country or our borders. So that was one. The other question that somebody asked was, how about those who are on connecting flights? Even though their original flight may not be from the States, we do not know that what their previous flight was beforehand, or what country they had actually gone through or traveled through within the last few. So that was another question. The way that they were asking these questions.
And you know what? These people probably would be so pissed, because they're probably like, listen, me no have no answer, just wait. Well, ask me all them question here. It's like, look, I feel sorry sometimes, because sometimes these people are asking solid questions, and that poor nurse or whoever is like, just tell them that there's one case and just answer the questions the best you can. So you go out there, you say, hey, just let you guys know there's one case. It's like, how do you know there's one case? Have you been the one who's like, well,
wow.
I mean, you got to be able to actually discuss that situation. It's like, give it time, but people are dying. There's no time for this. It's like, well,
this is true.
The
other part of it too is that they actually issued. So now they're putting policing on flights.
Oh, whoa. Okay, that's
yes. So if you come so if you're coming into the country, you are assigned an officer who is going to make random checks on you.
Whoa. No, but that's been happening though. That's been happening with I could say when not this time when I traveled, the last time I traveled, they were saying as soon as you got off the flight, they're saying, hey, you better go take your ass home. Do not make any stops.
Oh, okay.
You are on 2-week quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people they'll pull up to your crib.
Yeah,
the police, they have nothing to do, because I guess crime was going down, and they said, you know what?
Oh, the person
you're on watch duty. Make sure they stay in the house.
or the person was black, but yeah, you know, 'cause it
So
should be, it should be
they would show up, right? And it's like, that's like, you know what? I know you didn't travel, but I mean, we just had to check on your well-being, making sure you're in the house. You're on parole, right? You're on probation, right? I'm just, just making sure,
Crazy.
It's like, oh, you didn't travel. Oh, we just wanted to see if you were doing any illegal activity. But anyway,
yeah,
yeah, like I know, like they were just they did their stops. So
Yeah. So supposedly they're definitely ramping it up.
SWAT
Jeez.
bust in your house. They're gonna bust into your house.
It's not loud.
Please step out. Please step out, or we will stop. We will proceed to go into your house.
Which is slippery slope, as they called it.
I feel like it just might be not even a COVID Squid Game type thing, but like
I can't.
like just a herd, like a herding type thing. You know what I mean? Didn't get vaccinated or something. It's like little by little, it's like, you know what? We need to fix this and handle this. Disconnect all telecommunications for a bit. Let's just turn off the lights in the city and deal with some people and just that's how I see it. It might just turn out. If it's one of those things that they gotta manage it in a way that people don't revolt, they're just gonna disconnect everything.
My question is this: how is this going to affect Canada if we cut off all our border flights? Like, how are we going to manage? Like, as an economy?
First things first. They if they want to do that, do it next year, because I'm trying to catch a flight before the end of the year. That's one.
You know, people are saying that, like they're like, "Yo, this better not mess up my flight." And it's like,
yeah, because you better stop with your slackness right now, because I want to be able to go there and come back. But
didn't they open it just in time for the holidays? But then now they're talking about holidays.
But if that Omni-Man variant starts pulling up, if that man starts pulling up, that's what happens. You know what I mean?
Hold on, the third eye segment we did last weekend. They did the 72-hour thing. They said people go get your Black Friday thing, and then this happens like almost. This happened like the Friday, a Black Friday, or like probably a day before, and then they shut it down again. So they got their sales
for Black Friday. Yes,
they shut it down again, and then now it can't cross again. Interesting.
The worst thing, they'll shut it down. That'd be funny. They shut it down and it's like, but I wanted to return something. Well, shut down, man. Everything lock out. But that's not what I want. Lock out. We're done. But who knows? We'll see how it goes.
Because I know cities around us, they already went back to like, only 10 people indoors. Only like they went quick.
They went back.
Some cities around the Ontario. From
why? There's more outbreak.
Paranoia, man.
Is it an outbreak thing? And that's the thing. Like
over cautious.
If you're closer to like the state's border, it makes more sense that you're gonna be operating like that because you're closer to the border.
I feel like there's some sick people that are probably placing bets on the COVID numbers.
Stop this.
Like under 500, lower 500, because every day I get the COVID numbers, and I feel like this is like, it seems like it's just a game. It's like, oh yeah, it's going down, and then it goes up. And like, what is this, stocks?
I mean, shoot.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
I said price per body.
Like, well, that's a little conspiracy stuff that, I mean, if you could really dive into it, but that's a whole different type of, you speak a bit too much, they might just cap you. But I don't know. I feel like this variant stuff is a new variant that we gotta, I mean,
what happened to the Mu variant and the
Delta one?
What happened to the Delta variant? What happened to the lambda? What's it called? The lambda
These
variant?
variants, I feel like this is how I put them in my mind.
See, there's
They're
like
either
at least 7.
right.
already
I
that we have been trying to deflect or
Because
or manage or
if you have the original COVID, then what came after the original? It was
they got whole like numbers with decimals behind it. Yes.
there's Delta variant, Mu, sorry, Lambda. There's another one I'm forgetting, and then now Omnicron. So,
the way I don't even know where to get the names from, but I always think I put it like this. It's either like when it comes to these variants, I consider them like holographic Pokemon cards,
you know,
or like a next type of cryptocurrency.
that's
Just like it pops up, no one knows what it is. They know it makes an impact some way, somehow. But if it makes a certain impact, it impacts substantial to the way that like it's so heavy hitting that it's like everybody jumps on to fix it, but like it probably just slap whip. It's like a hot box. So by the time you react to the box, it's like the pain probably fade away already.
okay. Interesting analogy. That's
like it's like one of those things that it just makes an impact and it just goes away. So it's like
a trend.
Right. So it's like I don't know.
Like a trend. Whoa.
Like I'm gonna say, yo, COVID-19 is a has to be Jamaican with all these kids. I'm joking.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm joking. COVID-19 ain't crap right now. All these offsprings from different nations and cities, they are moving. This person is moving wild with all these variants and things that's going in. But other than that,
now I still want to know what's going on to the person who actually like had this stuff released. Where's the case about that person?
Hey man, Fauci said he was looking into it, and they told him probably behind the scenes, "Hey, you need to
look into what?
Look at the law."
But not even Fauci, but the person who actually had it like released. Like, what happened to them?
They probably
they said have a seat. This doesn't concern you. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Oh jeez.
Like that man just said, hey, the man sat up and so you decided to
you want to investigate. Oh, okay.
You want to investigate. I don't think that's a good idea in regards to your life.
Because like what would happen? Like I really want to know, because I mean, aside from all those jokes aside, right? Because that's how I feel Amanda would figure it out and deal with it. But you know, from their standpoint, how do you deal with a man who actually like did not complete sanitation standards? What does that guy get?
That's a good question. He's in somewhere in China. Just I don't know where he at. I don't know
listen. Maybe, but that's the thing. Before we even go there, how do we know if it was an accidental thing? We don't know
if it was accidental or not. It's like you clearly did not complete sanitation practices. You had the thing still lingering and crawling up your leg. Come on now.
Like the pandemic, the only one thing that I could say the pandemic it helped is the creators of Tiger King, because like, you know, I remember, listen, when the pandemic hit, Tiger King was the thing for some reason.
It was
It was like it came same time. Man's are watching. It's like, what the hell? I'm like, these folk is interesting, like, you know. But
these
anyway,
folk. You know.
But anyway,
it's like when they announced it too, like the Zoom stock shot up. All these like things are
Zoom is eating good right now.
Like a lot of stock shot up. Like
I swear we started using Zoom during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Zoom was a free thing until they said, you know what, subscription based.
If you want this feature, at this price, if you want this feature.
30 minutes, right? After 30 minutes. And then beer companies were using Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Beer companies were using Zoom. And then I was like, there could have been a better company where you just didn't know. And then next you know, Google had one. I think Microsoft had one.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's trying to, but hey,
cash in.
and then
Now,
Bitcoin hit up and all that stuff. But yeah, what are you saying?
now predictions now. Do you think there'll be a fourth lockdown? Just a fourth.
At this point, I don't think so, man.
I think
I don't
people.
think they can afford that, man. Because then we're gonna definitely be in a depression.
I'm gonna say people are waiting for this fourth lockdown is like waiting for the stock market to crash.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like it's like it's at the brink, but it's like, come on, just break. And then it's like, no, it's not gonna happen because they're doing everything to reinforce it on the back end or some. It probably is already broken. You just don't know, right?
The other part for me is I don't think they are going to do that because
They lost too much money.
yes, and they need to bring the money back, especially for the interest. The banks want to be having you owe people. They want their money back. They're gonna give you 20,000 right now. The interest on that 20,000 is probably like 1-2%. As soon as everything gets back to normal, whoop, back to 8. Come on now, come on.
I just don't think they want to do another SERB.
Because
They don't want to do another SERB. And then another thing is like, I think they're in a place like, what is it? How do I explain it? I'm gonna put it like this. There's gonna be some people that a lot of people when the first pandemic hit started to realize they don't want to go to work anymore.
Yo, I don't know when they're gonna. I don't know if that could. I don't know if that's fixable at this point.
A lot of people said, I don't want to work anymore. I want to be an entrepreneur. And at the same time,
they realize how much they can make.
Right. Yeah. But like, in order for them to be there, like in this, just in society, there has to be workers and there has to be
people in place.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of just like if everybody's, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Go ahead. There could be food for everyone. Maybe. Depends on your demographic, community, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's, a lot of people, you just say, I don't want to work. Give me that government money. I want that. I made the most I ever made because, you know what I mean? I made what? My minimum wage is this. And 2 weeks I made double that or triple that.
That was the epiphany. That made people go like, hold up, wait a minute.
So that means you can actually pay me way more. You know what? COVID ain't that bad. You know what I mean? And they just keep going with life. You know what I mean?
I read a comment online where like a woman said she was on disability. She only got $16,000 a year. She had a roommate that applied for CERB and he got paid $20,000 a year because of however long. And she's like, what the? How do I get less?
Yeah, and people have disabilities.
I know a lot of people that happen to. Yeah,
it's wild.
That is a common shared experience. A lot of people on ODSP actually receive significantly less than those who are on CERB.
Which is,
it just doesn't make any sense.
You go to line up at Tim Hortons, and then the car's not moving. So then one person was telling me, so okay, I'm just gonna go inside. They go inside. He was 16th place, one cashier. Where's everyone else?
Yo, listen, like these guys do not care. These guys, when I tell you these guys do not care, they don't care. Like
it's the government.
The government, these companies, they'll be like, wait, hold on. Like, think about it. These guys said, you know what? Oh shoot, COVID things. We had to, take out, what is it? Dining, no dining. So we have to learn how to take out and, and catch the joke. I remember when I went to pick up my food one time, it was the top chef, one of the chefs, paying for the food. There's no waitress, no servers, nothing because they didn't need them. So imagine how much these companies probably made not hiring anybody else
to serve the food.
Just you have a 1, 2, 3 chefs. You don't have to pay servers, whatever.
That's wild when you think about it, yeah.
And they probably still got the same clientele, maybe more because people want to be home and it's like, yo, my CERB, Uber Eats money, I don't want to leave the house.
And the thing is, Uber Eats takes priority, word on the street. So anytime that they get that notification, they have to like ignore people in the line, ignore people in the driveway, and get the Uber Eats first before the people in the store. So
That's great.
I don't know about that still. I've heard about this, but I don't know too sure because I've seen some places that had the Uber Eats thing ringing in the background, and they're still they're still dealing with the people that are there. So, but the Uber Eats is, I guess it's because maybe
I
you
get
get your
priority.
money quicker, or the tips are more better because like Uber kind of tells you the tip, like you know what I mean? Like it's just like we're not telling you not to tip, but we believe you should tip as drivers and whatever. But I mean,
So you guessing no lockdown? I don't know.
I don't think there's no lockdown. I'm sorry, Chris Sky. I don't think there's a lockdown coming anytime soon, sir. I mean, he's a cool dude.
Isn't, or there is going to be a lockdown.
There isn't going to be, sir.
Like a fourth one. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, Chris. I don't. I mean, I understand that's probably what you're predicting, but who knows? I can't.
Sorry, no, continue.
No, that's all I was gonna say.
No, I was gonna say like people are deprived. They want to go back out. They want to enjoy those experiences again. So they're not gonna hold out. They're gonna just spend their money.
Mm-hmm.
Like
do it again.
I realize COVID doesn't stop anybody from having a good time. People are going to have a good time.
Like whether,
fine, no fine. You know what I mean? They're cops busting your house, giving everybody fines, and they did not care. People are like, I don't have to pay them because I realize it's a mandate. I have to go to trial. All the cases are backed up.
That's.
They might just dismiss it because like, why are you have a party? Oh, we just found out my COVID's not even a thing. All right, yo, your case dismissed. Like, you know what I mean? We just don't know. We need to make some sense out of this, and I don't think there's any way to make sense out of this. But let's make some sense on the next topic I have here. Shout out to spiritual word. Shout out to Braylon125 and Chalk_butterfly.
Interesting names. Okay.
Braylon says, until he officially asks until he officially asks you to be his girlfriend, you are single.
Oh.
Jenny says, you're single until you're married.
Oh. Okay.
Now, who is right? Who is right in this situation, guys?
Damn, can no one just commit? Like you can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna be with you, you be with me, and then we're gonna take it to fiance to marriage, and then blah blah blah. Like, it's like the goalpost is being moved now. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
no, it's not. It is not being moved because you know why? Because even our parents said this. This post has been there since our parents, maybe even before our parents. Okay, when they said, if the girl is not your wife, she is your friend.
But
friend. I haven't heard anything like that, but I mean, I probably have, but I didn't pay no attention to it.
I haven't clearly paid attention.
There's no such thing as girlfriend. It's either friend or wife. That's it.
I'm gonna say this. I understand how they feel about that, but I mean, I feel, you know what? I don't think okay. When I read this, he's like, until he officially asks you to be his girlfriend, you are single. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. And you're single until you're married. That's technically true. Technically. I feel like when people ask to be your girlfriend, I guess it's a courtship. So you're courting the person, or there's some type of exclusivity. Yes. You know what I mean? But I mean, that doesn't stop anything. You know, like in this world we live in, like someone being your girlfriend or boyfriend, that doesn't stop any type of challenge or affair. Mm-hmm. If it's even an affair, because it's like, I called you my girl, but you're not my girl. right now, or you know what I mean? You were just someone I was chilling with at the time. You know what I mean? Or we did everything for you to be my girlfriend or boyfriend, but we didn't. You know what I mean? It's like it gets complex.
I mean,
It gets complex.
it don't really
I mean, I kind of look at it like practice.
oh,
Like that's how you like. If that's how you are before the ring, then you're probably gonna bring it into the like
After
marriage. Yeah, like it's just practice. So this is how you're gonna perform when you get it. Like,
I think that's one key thing that people don't realize. When they get married, some people are like, yo, I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna get all I want because I'm married now. I'm like,
that's not how it works.
you know how much people I hear say, yo, shop lock as soon as they got married because the partner, whatever, got what they wanted.
So
Like
besides
that
making
person got their
kids,
papers, they're not coming back. Like,
mm,
you know what I mean? Like, it's just people got their achievement and they don't need to do anything anymore. You always hear about the relationships, like you always hear the whole thing is like, even when you're in a relationship, you still have to grow and still date your partner, your wife or your husband.
I've been saying that for a minute.
And
It doesn't stop.
it doesn't stop, but some people stop.
Some people,
Some
yeah,
people,
because you know what? I was gonna say because some people look at it as a conquest. And I was actually having this conversation with somebody. It was a gender conversation. Obviously, this was off the trail of Fresh and Fit podcast.
Lord.
which
uh,
what type?
I got something to talk about that after, but continue.
We can do both because we'll tie it in.
Yeah, but what happened was one of the statements that were made on the actual podcast was that that the sexual conquer, that was literally the conquer for men. The conquest is that, you get into a woman's pants, or you have sex with her, or she permits that you have sex with her. Let's say it like that. But then when I was having this side conversation with one of my friends, it's so crazy how that's the conquest. Like that's a very short-lived conquest, and that's it. I said, women be out here trying to get the whole ring, so their conquest is a lot longer. And I'm like, this is probably why these relationships don't work. Like, because if this is where guys are, and then this is where women are in the conquest, we're not even in the same arena. Like that's craziness. But yeah, dating your person and continue to date your person is facts. You actually gotta like them, and they gotta be your friend too. So,
oh shoot, yeah,
That's one
but people
key
don't believe
thing.
that. They don't believe it. Guys and girls can be friends. Oh.
No, but wait, no, don't do that. Okay, no, I'm talking about no, it can't work because there's something called proximity, and eventually
proximity and time.
Eventually,
I've always said this. As people's like, oh, that person's gonna be loyal to you. Proximity and time.
It's undefeated.
That's all it takes. And I know some people, they'll just be like, oh, proximity and time.
Yeah,
that's how you should tell that person is your friend, though. Like,
if you believe in evolution, you should believe in that too.
Oh, because it is. If two animals are just because we're animals, and eventually proximity and time, eventually, because your body sends signals that you're not even aware of like attraction and mating and all that. So after a while, someone likes somebody, both of you can like somebody, or both like each other. But yeah, which is why I say no. They can be friends after, like do friendly activities, watch movies together, go ice skating,
ice skating,
go hiking, go to the gym together, all sorts of stuff. But like the palsy-walsy first.
Oh wait, hold on, time out. You're talking about friends,
like friends first.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like. Oh, I'm thinking something completely different.
Yeah, I'm talking about friends. Like people become like, for me, I feel like if you weren't friends beforehand, and then say, eventually gets like what you're explaining. There's a romantic relationship that forms out of it. But if you guys were not friends beforehand, after that romantic relationship,
it won't last.
it won't last
That's
because
which is fair.
if you don't have that friendship prior to. But I don't know. It's like
I feel like if you don't have the friendship, you wouldn't know why that person is really in the relationship with you.
yes.
I feel like some people, they'll be like, how did I did not know that,
this person.
this is all they wanted. How? Why did you change? I'm like, that person, like I'm always like, my lady co-signed this. That person was always like that. You just didn't see the signs. You were probably infatuated with someone that was loved, whatever, and then it's like that person was always like that. Sometimes there's something that may happen, but that person was like that the whole time. You just kind of turned a blind eye because you probably were getting what you wanted until you stop getting what you wanted, and then it's like, wait, I'm just starting to notice. Wait, you're not doing this anymore. When we were together, or when we were dating, you were flinging flip this that and now you're like you're this now, and it could be for various reasons. It could be because the whole evolution, maybe child this that and third, but like I don't know, like it's just like it could be the energy as well. It could be a bunch of thought. Like it's hard to tell, but I mean, more times if that person was like that when you left, they don't really want to change. If you know what I mean, not everybody, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's true. Like I kind of feel like that's just how it is. It's the same as like, it's like when people don't understand your vision, even as friends, you can outgrow your friends.
Yeah.
Some people, they don't grow with you, right? So it's like, it's the same as like a relationship. Sometimes you can outgrow your partner, which is like still your friend, right? And then they just don't understand that you guys are no longer compatible. Or as I've learned as well, the relationship conversation is so intense these days. But you can be compatible with somebody in one season, but you didn't realize they were actually not suitable for you in the long term.
So now explain to the viewers the difference between compatibility and suitable. Yeah.
So suitable being that they are actually there for your needs and or aspirations, or like longevity, right? They can do the marathon. Versus compatibility, meaning that you are just within proximity. You have the same liking or sharing of certain things. You may have a codependency with each other where you're compatible because you both go to the gym, right? You're compatible because you both like the same foods, or you have the same interests. But in a sense of your growing and your being, you may be somebody who procrastinates. Somebody who would be suitable for you would be someone who's disciplined. They may not tell you what you want to hear. They'll tell you, hey, this is what you need to do in order for you to get X, Y, and Z done so you can stop procrastinating. That's somebody who's suitable for you because that's what you need. So
the wants and the need. Okay.
Yes. So I've learned that sometimes you're compatible with people in a season because it's like, oh, this is great. We vibe, we're great. But then you realize, or you outgrow the person, or somebody outgrows the other. And it's like, well, you were great for that time, but tight.
Sometimes I feel like the tough questions are just not being asked.
But
I feel like
I think they are. It's just people don't answer them. Remember how there was one point in time where women would ask questions and men felt like they were like, why am I being interrogated? Let's just keep the vibe. Like, those are the tough questions.
But here's the thing, and that's the thing. I've heard that like it's interrogation, but sometimes when you ask some women the questions, they don't answer the question technically.
They beat around the bush.
They beat around the bush.
Okay, what's the question that most?
Sometimes it's a yes or no question, and then it's like, for example, like
maybe it's situational, yeah, or circumstantial. You need the story before the answer.
For example, like I need a woman that let's say if I say I need a woman that will cook for me in the future. And it's like, how do you feel about that? Is that a yes or a no? Some women will be like, I believe that everyone should eat.
He's just
They
like,
didn't say that they were gonna cook. They just said, hey, I believe we all should eat because it's a necessity for us to eat food. And it's like, if you're not thinking, you're thinking, oh, they just answered my question. But she's like, I didn't say that I'm gonna cook. I just said, yes, we should eat.
But that would tell you, like, okay, maybe she doesn't have sights in the sense that, but then that's for you to discern at that point. You need to figure out whether or not, okay.
I don't want to discern it. I just want
no, but yo, in this world that we live in, you have to discern.
You have to figure out, like,
you have to go through some fire still. You gotta jump some hoops now. You gotta jump some hoops now because a lot of people are living quadruple lives.
It's a quadruple life.
Like some next type of life, Bridget.
What happened to double life? Is our quadruple life now?
Like
it's on another level. You got the internet life, then you got the everyday with baby life, and then you got the behind life, and then you got work life. Come on now, there's life.
Everybody has a multiverse. You know what I mean?
Okay, I mean, I don't
that
agree
person,
with it.
That person might be the most nice person in the house, and then a terrible work person. You see them at work just being very cold and like, wait, what happened to you here?
Very true. Different circumstances or situations bring out the differences in people.
Right.
You know,
not everybody's the same energy. Everyone, and God bless the people that are.
That's it.
Jeez. I can definitely say I'm not. I am not.
I'm not. I'm working on it. I'm working on keeping the same energy.
I'm trying to keep it. Yeah.
I'm learning the good things. I'm learning the good things and where I should put them in all aspects of my life. I'm learning that, but that's the thing. You might need that partner that's gonna have to tell you that.
Right.
And I guess that's the thing about having a great partner, because you guys are both growing together. Not if you're like some partners, it's like they're growing you just to take from you. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
They don't grow. Like if you're growing like this and elevating, and that person's like, yeah, elevate.
Yeah, they're for the ride. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, elevate. And then you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, elevate. That's funny.
Proximity and time. This might happen. There might be a dysfunction. You're different because you decided to elevate, and the person's like, well, isn't this what you wanted? You didn't want to be doing this the whole life. It's like, yeah,
but then, but then you got the other dynamic.
Or this person will be like, hey, I think you should elevate too. It's like, oh, why do I need to elevate when you elevate?
That's that. Or it could be the same, oh, this person, that person's like, I think you should elevate. I think you should do all this stuff. And the person's like, stop talking to me about it. Thank you very much.
That's a red flag.
As soon as that person all of a sudden just leaves, this person goes, that's
the rough one. That's
rough.
And you don't want to be the person that when the person dates the next person, they go to a white person. You just don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the ex person. Or like people look at it and be like, damn, you made them go to another. You made them go to another racial background.
What if that person
happened?
But that's the thing. Like,
damn,
now
you were the catalyst.
I've learned that sometimes, as much as we see it as bad, maybe that's just what they like.
Yeah, and what they want.
And that's the problem. Like, I mean, you know, I've suffered with it. I know there's people that suffer with it when you see people change and you see them.
Okay.
What the hell?
I was thinking.
I was like, what the hell is that? That's what you call elevation? That's what you call growing? And then you're like, well, okay, that's how you see it, right? Mm-hmm. That's your choice. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to grow as. That's fine. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's some people. Eagles and pigeons have two different visions, eh?
What?
Facts. That's a bar. That's a bar.
So the harsh reality is like their dream is down there, but your dream is up here. But to them, it's like this. Mm-hmm. So, and it's hard to change that aspect in some people. You know what I
Eagles
mean?
and pigeons. What I just hear?
Different visions.
Yo, what I just hear is man.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
So, you know, it takes a lot of homework. It takes a lot of like sometimes I feel like if you're not having certain conversations, then like you don't know what type of storm you guys are willing to go through together.
Mhm.
Like some people hide, some people are still hiding stuff that they have to open up for. Like it's fair
yo,
that you gotta open up. You know what I mean?
for the future Galvin, man, no surprises for me. Down the Jiro, aka KD, no surprises.
See now, but
I'm
you can't say that.
I'm
You
too
can't
elder
say
for
that
surprises.
without.
Man.
No,
You gotta
Delby.
be on the
You
same
cannot
energy,
say
though.
that
You gotta be on the
without
same energy.
allowing grace. You have to be accepting of certain things, though.
I
Because if they're
mean,
gonna be vulnerable, you can't be judging. You
like
gotta give them grace.
Z,
You
I
can't do it.
cannot date a
You can't.
crackhead. You can't
Yeah.
be out here pulling a pipe in the house and smoking it, saying, "Look, I have a problem, and I can help you. I can send you and get you to the resource you need." But like, come on, I can't be dating a crackhead. You might steal my stuff, man. Or you, or what if you set people up in the past? Like you set people up in the past? Like what? Like what are you?
sometimes,
You gonna
but here's
set
the
me? You gonna
thing.
set me up? You gonna
But
take my thing?
I believe I believe in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ can save all people and change all people. I believe with all work, God knows people can be saved
That's what I'm saying.
if
Like
they put in the effort. Like, don't
if
get me
that was
wrong.
their past, and then they
Yeah,
came to you now, and then they're like, I've been clean for like 7 years, and I got a job, I make this. I'm like, is that? Are you? Ooh.
Yo, I don't know about the ex crackhead still.
I feel like no, but here's the thing.
I'm
I feel like if they're able to come to you about it, they shouldn't be crucified about it because
I agree.
I feel like they're at a place like it's like I had crack before. You know what I mean? Like it's
they're not
like
gonna talk to
okay,
you like
but at the
that.
same time, I understand where Kadeem is coming from though,
I do.
because it's like if you were a crackhead, like I'm not. This ain't no crackhead shaming, but like
Yes, if you were somebody who had suffered through substance abuse, yes.
Yo.
right, and they come back and they said, "Yeah, I had substance abuse," right? But like some people like, but I'm free from it.
Wait. Okay, let's role play a second. Pause. Wait, okay, so you had substance abuse. What do you mean substance abuse? What did you do before? And then they tell me, I used to
I dabbled in a little bit of cocaine, maybe, back in my early childhood
But you're living
era.
a lie right now. You're living a lie right there. You're saying it's cocaine when it was crack though. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, like, if the person said, they did cocaine, but then it's like I dabbled with a little bit of crack, like blah blah
But
blah.
that's the problem. If it was crack the whole time, don't say it's cocaine.
Yo, you can't dabble.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
you
the
can't be
reason why
saying
he
you were
said.
sipping the soft, but yet you were doing straight hard. Like, you know
that's
what I mean? Like,
but he said, be honest, right? Be honest, come correct and be honest. Put it out there, be transparent. Right.
But say I did crack and I enjoyed it. I like crack. I had crack and I'm free from it.
See that, and then now
don't judge me. If you're saying I did cocaine and then you found out, nah, she was a crackhead, like crackhead.
That's
worse. And that goes back to the friendship part and the unconditional love part.
Yeah, that's worse. That's even worse.
Like, it's worse when you find out after. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least if you know from then and you see it's like, okay, I understand what's going on. But if you said, I dabbled in cocaine, you're like, it's not too bad. And you see them with the pipe.
You're like, wait, whoa, hold on.
I thought you said you only did like it's like bodies, right? Like if someone says I is like, I did only 2
I was promiscuous.
If people were still looking at bodies, if if they decided to or whatever, if that's something that is important to them. Like they say, I only had it with like 3 people or 4 people. I still have them on one hand. It's like, okay. And then you find out like it's like
you went
to that could be true. No. That could be true. What you're saying could be true. It could be that they had 3 bodies that they had sex with, but then they had many fellatios.
But the problem is, that's fine. You can say it, but say that. Some people will be like, okay, I only did it with 3 people. It's like, but they said but this guy said they did it with you. That person doesn't count. What? I've heard people say that person didn't count. How do you not count? Can I say, okay, I was this crack rock is like, I have 5 crack rocks. It's like, but they said you had 6. That one didn't work. It didn't heat up enough. I lost it. It was like, you know what I mean? It was
the analogy, yes.
So I feel like, but here's the thing. I can say for myself that, like, everybody was not. I didn't learn. I was never trying. I didn't learn how to. I learned to be transparent at the young age of 30, 29.
30, 29? That's very.
You know what I mean?
No, I'll say.
I didn't even know what transparency means. I thought that was clear.
I'll say early 20s.
Windows.
I'll say early 20s. Keep in mind, I mean, this is going through my head as they tell me this, but I'm just like, wow, you actually did like
transparent. Actually... I'm like, what does headlight have to do with this? Like, what does Windows transparency? You want to see through me?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but okay, back to the point, right? Like you were talking about, whether or not this person's single and can we allow this person to be our friend? That is that person's like story. You can't be upset, especially if that's a lover that you're considering as your friend, your lover. Mm-hmm. That those experiences did make them to be who they are to this day, presently in front of you, right? That you love.
I found my girl's an ex-crackhead. I don't know how
like, you know what's hella transparent? That's like what I thought about, like, as much as I feel like there must be more to this situation, like the Will and Jada thing. I think Jada Pinkett is being super transparent, but
I
God,
agree.
it's a terrible feeling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Lord.
Because they're in a whole open relationship, and she's the one who's being honest about their relationship. From what the media is really and what has been displayed. She's really the only one who's being transparent about the relationship. It's not like we don't know it's open, like, but she's the one getting the flack.
I think for a Christmas special, she's gonna say, you know what? One night, I booty popped Will Smith. I booty popped him, and it's been part of our sexual collage ever since. Okay. Like Jada every minute is something, but he's doing self-inflicted stuff too. Like he'll be like, he said one time because he had a book come out. I think it was #1 for a little bit too.
Yes.
He said, I have it on hold. I'm gonna listen to it soon.
I think he said he had so much sex at one point he puked on the girl.
Yeah, it's like a visceral reaction now when he has an orgasm. He throws up. Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
How much sex were you having? That was really the question.
That's
dehydration, right?
That's
like, well, this is where it comes, like, some people's normal. Some people's normal is not everybody else's normal. You know what I mean? Some people's normal is not the same, and that's why you gotta know people's stories, because some people's normal is not the same as your normal.
Clearly, there's people out here.
Some people, crack was probably normal for that person.
Right? Because they're like, you have to remember. No, but it's true. Katie, you laugh. But it's true. You laugh, but some people. Say you're around people who were like predominantly doing that, right? Predominantly. Say you went to school, that was normal. It's the same as the idea where people would engage in sex through anal, because they didn't want to lose their virginity. That was considered normal act.
Which, by the way,
at one point.
Which, by the way, please don't tell me there are people in 2022 still doing that.
But that's what I'm saying. There could be people.
There's the evolution of sex now. Like, these people, you thought that was the thing people were doing now. Lord have mercy. Listen,
to hold onto the virginity, like, that doesn't count.
But that's an example.
I've heard of a new one.
This is crazy.
Y'all heard of soaking before?
Oh, where you put it in your butt and it's like alcohol?
No, nothing to do with.
Actually, you know what though? This is
Soaking is from the Mormons. The Mormons, apparently.
of course that group. Of course that of course the Mormons.
The
It's like dry
Mormons.
humping. I'm so confused.
Basically, because sex before marriage is a sin,
Yes.
right? And
They have many problems. That's the last thing they worry
apparently,
about. But
when they're catching a heat, and they're catching a heat or whatever, they did something. This is what I was told, and I've heard another podcast discuss this. It's called soaking. So basically, they just insert and they don't move. They just
Yes.
stay in there.
I remember you said this. Yes.
They stay there.
Yes.
And that may be those people's norm.
Yes.
But you gotta learn to live and understand that. Like, I feel like if someone's able to come to you and tell you their situation, that look, man, back in my day, I was a crackhead. Back in my day, I was this, but I'm not that person anymore. Like, you gotta respect that.
Yo.
Right? You gotta hit them. You gotta hit them with the thank you very much for letting me know, man.
If that's not your thing, that you want to deal with a past crackhead, and you have a thing that's not your thing, okay. Understandably so, it's understandable. That's the choice you want to make. Yes. But like, if someone is being open with you, I mean, if it's reciprocated, that's a healthy thing, I would assume.
Yes.
I remember sitting in an auditorium in high school. There was a presentation going on, and the guy said he was telling a story, saying he was an ex-crackhead and everything. In the midst of saying that, he said, "Don't trust crackheads." So I remember at the end, one of OJ. I'll use the initials OJ. You know him, James. He ended up saying, like, why should I take that guy's advice? He said not to trust a crackhead. He was a crackhead before. And
but that's the thing. I feel like if he's telling you that he's a crackhead, I get that.
Right?
I get that. But if ex-crackhead, that means she's trying to change, maybe.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Love heals all, and time heals all, and I feel like there's a chance that you guys can work it out. It's possible. It's possible.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of another scenario that's like wild. Like, the sex thing is like, but I don't know. But once it's like a hard substance, it's like, damn.
But and that's the thing. Like, it's the harsh reality is like, I feel like that aspect, and I'm speaking for myself too, is a very hard aspect, because some people have an entitlement that they don't feel like they have to be transparent. Like, they're kind of just like, yo, you know me, you know what I do. I don't want to talk about my struggles. I don't want to talk about my situations. Man, some people are like, hey, you ain't even transparent yourself, man. It's like, you're not showing me your account. You look this part. He's like, we don't know if you have, real hair on or like or you like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
They counter it. They throw it back.
They counter it, and they'll be like, well, I don't know if you have money. You look like you have money.
You know what I mean? I mean, my limit. An ex-cracker, that's like crazy.
They're not as and I'm saying this from experience, like the people who do, they are not as caricatured as we know them on media.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm believing. I believe that everybody can change.
So all the Egg West legends, they're not caricatures like that.
I think
not all of them.
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Especially the reformed ones. Yeah.
Especially okay.
I feel like some of them have a rough time. Like, remember, that's a crazy drug. That's a crazy drug. Like, I was listening to a podcast called Mogul, and it was talking about DJ Screw and how like it could be just an occasional thing, and then you're addicted and you don't even know you're addicted. And then what's harder, it's harder to get the product, but it's harder to get it out your system.
Which is, I heard, yeah.
And some people,
I heard the ether stays in, like every time you cough up, like it stays in your body.
Right. And it's affecting you, but like it feels good. All these things happen, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's a gateway because you're not happy already.
Which is, Right?
You know what I mean?
That's a
Yes,
hell
you
of a,
see things that it's like crazy, but like maybe some people are really crying out for help and they don't know any other way.
Yeah, it's their form
yeah.
of escapism from actual reality.
You know what I mean?
With the
It,
pressure.
it gets dangerous when they start harming people and like things are happening. But like, you know,
Because how I think if I remember how it works is like it flips your
the dopamine
dopamine
levels,
in the brain.
Like people are addicted to porn out here. Porn
Like
addiction is a real thing. Man said, you know, I am not dealing with my girl right now. I am going to deal with the 30 of them or hundreds of them on the internet.
that's wild.
And it's an addiction. Dopamine levels are off, or the dopamine reward system,
It works, yeah.
right? So I mean, this is the world we live in. The word of the day is transparency, I guess.
That's yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to work with a reform cracker.
That's gross.
This man is
A
gross.
yeah,
No,
that's
because like
growth right there.
I don't know, man.
But just
That's
because,
crazy.
but here's the thing: just because someone's being transparent, it doesn't mean you should just trust them all the way.
Yes.
See,
And
that's
I was
You
also
gotta
gonna say, yes, you're
use
okay to have
wisdom.
your what's it called? Your deal breakers. Because if that's the
Right.
case, somebody comes to you and they admit that stuff. Okay, so be it. Yeah. You can't really judge them because you don't know where they were coming from in that place of time when they were doing it. But if you do, you know, give them grace, give them whatever. But it doesn't stop you from saying, okay, understood, I accept you for who you are. However, I cannot accept this.
Yeah. Or be like, hey, you know what, since I found out you're an alcoholic, I will, you know, do certain precautions, or you know what I mean? Learn to adapt, adjust, discuss where you want to go with certain things. I think it gets annoying when it gets hard for a relationship or situation when you say you're this part or you're pretend or you're this part, and then you realize it's way harder than it seems. It's like, man, I didn't ask for all this. And if I knew this was there, I don't have a problem working with this because I want this to work. But man, this is just another surprise that I wasn't prepared for. You know what I mean?
Which is
I feel like the only time you would actually really care that much is if you are actually you treat that person like a friend.
Yeah.
Or like family. Though like that kind of response really only comes from people who you already feel that way with. And that's it. Like you would extend that care to say, you know, you need help. Like, you know. But not saying everybody should take on other people's stress, but
Yeah.
so
Hey, I mean, hey, to each their own. I'll say that, to each their own. Nobody's perfect. I can speak that for myself. To each their own. No, I didn't try any crack or anything, but like, you know, to each their own on just things. I think it's time to wrap this up. Do you guys have any plugs? We'll start with Nerdsy because Nerdsy's doing some things going on.
right? I always got something in the But yes, definitely check out my Instagram, TheNerdZZZ. As you guys can see, that I am currently a part of a show that is going to be live every other week, airing every other week. And it's called The Movement, and it's a show that puts a spotlight on Toronto dancers as well. Definitely go check out my photography page, ZZ.studioTO on Instagram, and book your holiday sessions. Because, you know, yeah, yes. And then on top of it, check out my vlogs. Everything I'm across the board the same name, TheNerdZZZ, and you'll check my vlogs out. I'm going to be putting a new video up tomorrow on my vlog, and I'm going to also be showing you some fashionable wares to winterize your outfits. Thanks. Yeah. That's me.
Okay. Dalpesh, what about you?
JD.
hey man, DL. Oh no, I said it wrong already. DELNIJIRO.
Hey,
Kilimanjaro, aka Captain Corners,
hey,
aka I bring the crowd with me everywhere I go,
hey.
aka me and Kevin Durant have the same initials. So follow me on
Hey.
Instagram, follow me on Twitter. No, I'm not Earl Sweatshirt, but shout out to him.
Yes, sweatshirt. Don't kill me.
Okay.
And you can follow me for now at J Hernaville on Instagram. I plan to change that name soon. I don't know what to change it to, but I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna try to do a remodeling.
Hey.
And will it be in sync with your Blue Pistols account?
Yeah, maybe it might be just a different person. Maybe I just have different alias, different, different sides of me. You remember back in the day how they had like Jamie and then there was Hunter?
Yes.
So yeah, there was two different alter egos. It's like sounds crazy, but I might just switch it up like that and just change it up.
Okay.
You can follow me at Twitch at Lou Pistols, Blizzard Boys, coldest pod out. I'm still considering some acting roles.
Hey.
So whoever's out there that's looking for maybe a villain that's like, I want to be a smart villain with the long monologues. I mean, long monologues, like those long, cool monologues. When they're like stabbing someone. I know it might sound crazy, but those one guys that just like before they do what they're doing, it's like, man, you're making me seem like a bad guy, but I'm not a bad guy here. I'm not a bad guy here. You were just short on your money, and I understand, but this is just a part of the game. This is just how it goes now. I didn't want to kill you, but the fact that you took the money, you basically killed yourself.
That's
That's a little audition type thing. You know what I mean? Like that type of demon. You know what I mean? That I would like to be a part, or a hero. I don't care what role. I'll take whatever comes. But Marvel. Hello, hi Marvel. Marvel. I don't mind being a part of the Marvel universe.
at least
I heard you guys.
something.
I heard you guys are doing Black Panther right now. I don't mind dropping everything to go over there and be a part of, just let you know if you ever get to hear this, I've seen it on Twitter that you guys actually follow suit when it comes to these type of things. So I hope you guys get to hear this and but yeah, acting roles, sure. I'm trying to just be creative and get some things popping. So yeah, that's the move for me. So what was I gonna say? If you like what you hear, we're on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Facebook Podcast, YouTube, Stitcher. Wherever we're not there, let us know and we will be there.
Be there.
What's it called? Man, if you have any questions, send it to askthevent@gmail.com.
If you want to complain about my crackhead rant, you can also use the same email.
Any complaints, even questions. If you have any questions you want us to answer,
the same questions.
We're there too. If you have any guests that you want us to we're gonna have to get some guests back on here. We're gonna do that next year. As much, I don't know if you guys notice, but like there's a little bit more red in our post. It's because it's festive, but we're also just we're coming for blood next year.
Is that all right? Okay.
So just keep that in mind. That
that's an iron.
There's a method to the madness. And yeah, we're gonna put our time in, and we're gonna take it to the next level as we all elevate to the next level as people. So thank you guys for watching.
Fingers crossed.
And this is the Vent. We out. Peace.